Hello, dear friends. A warm welcome once again to the International Fabtalks show. My dear friends, it's a beautiful day out there across the world. And we have a beautiful guest with us today, all the way from South Africa. Basically, she is from Russia. But today she is with us on the International Fabtalks. She is Irina Engelbrecht. Dear ma'am, thank you for joining us. Thank you for accepting our invitation. We are very humbled and honored to have your presence.
It's my pleasure. Thank you.
Thank you, dear ma'am. Thank you, ma'am. Dear friends, we'd like to introduce our guest in a very official way. We'll let you know who really our guest is, our celebrity for today, and what you can learn from our special guest. Dear ma'am, may I take the privilege of introducing you officially to everyone?
Sure. Thank you.
Yes, dear. Thank you, ma'am. Dear friends, I'd like you to know who our guest is and what are her expertise, where does she specialize, and what you can gain from this beautiful interview and interaction with our celebrity today, Miss Irina. Dear friends, she is Irina Engelbrecht from Russia. As I earlier mentioned, she is from South Africa. Now she stays over there. Since 14 years, she's been in South Africa, basically from Russia, a beautiful country. And of course, she's a beautiful person with us today, beautiful in thought, mind, and deeds. Thoughts in her mind and as well as in her deeds. Dear friends, she is a wonderful wife and a happy mother of two beautiful daughters. And she loves to spend time with her family. Earlier, she was, the former commercial manager of an international company at the corporate level. She worked at the corporate zone, and now she is an online trainer, an intellect trainer. She teaches different people to be conscious, to be healthy, and to focus on happiness, which is the need of the hour. She gives her time to make people happy and to know the value of life. Life is only once, my friends. And so here, Irina, all the way from Russia and South Africa, you could say that she's all on her beautiful journey of creating laughter, fun, and of course, creating beautiful vibes across the globe. And dear friends, she is a universal healing health practitioner. I'd like to repeat that. She is a universal healing health practitioner, and she has a lot of healing power within her, and that makes her more special, where you can heal yourself and we all can be healed and live a happier life. Apart from that, she's a laughter yoga therapist. You could say a laughter yoga trainer, where she specializes in making you overcome your depression, your anxiety, your stress levels. She's out there to do her very best for her family, for her country, and of course, across the globe. And today on International Fabtalks. Thank you, ma'am, for joining us.
Thank you so much, beautiful Crystal. This is a wonderful introduction, and I'm so happy to be here today and hopefully inspire 1,000 people.
Yes, dear. Thank you, ma'am. Dear ma'am, how would you define yourself? Who is the real Irina?
Well, the real Irina is really authentically a very joyful, happy person. And I absolutely love share it with the world. I love to smile. I love to be so light and easygoing. And I think it's very important to be just yourself, to be authentic, not pretentious, and go out to this world with a smile, because we all are born to live happily, and that is very important for me.
I really like the way you put this question, to be authentic and not to be have a pretense, right? To be very authentic, lead your life, live happily. That's really nice.
Exactly. Really like yes, exactly. This is so important. Drop off any masks and just be yourself.
Yes, dear. Yes. And I love the smile that you have. It is so infectious that we all feel like, we have a connection with you to feel that feel-good hormone. We can get it from you. That's really very nice. Thank you, dear. You always have a beautiful smile on your face, creating positive vibes. Wonderful, ma'am. Dear ma'am, as you are a laughter yoga therapist, a healer, a universal healer, ma'am, we've been seeing a lot of stress in our personal and professional lives. All of us, we've been, so many years in the professional zone. How do you manage your stress, and how would you advise and suggest all our viewers today and guests today to manage their stress levels from your point of view?
Yes, this is a very important question. And I think nowadays humanity is faced with so much pressure. It's information pressure. It is moral, it's money, it's, yeah, all the stress is coming on our shoulders, and it's very important to manage it correctly. And as you mentioned, I'm a practitioner in Universal Healing Tao. So those are the practices that I've been practicing for the last 5 years. And that helped me to build this inner core that I'm very stress resistant, and I have the strength in me, and that I know I'm always joyful no matter circumstances. Yes, obviously, some situations come along where you might get upset, but I know how to deal with this in ecological manner. And ecological manner means that we don't pour this negative emotions onto someone, into the space, but we also don't bury it is inside of us, because then we can also get sick. So, and I use these practices plus laughter. I absolutely adore laughter. And I always ask myself, if something happens, will that be important in 2 months' time? And if the answer is no, then there is no use to stress about it. And then I take a minute to laugh about it. And after a minute of laughter, I feel like newborn, like nothing happened. And I would recommend to all our listeners to practice this practice, because obviously Universal Healing Tao, this is something deeper. But with a minute of laughter and really reassessing, okay, is it going to be important in 2 months' time? Then you will manage to cope the stress. And I must say, in my current job now, I don't have any stress, because I'm laughing with my students, and we just create positive energy, and that's fantastic.
Brilliant, ma'am. Brilliant. I love the way you said that in my present occupation now, I have no stress because we are laughing all the way, creating a lot of positive energy. Thank you,
Yes.
dear. Thank you for leading us onto the path of happiness. To laugh for a minute, to overcome your stress. Do not always be stressed. Don't keep your emotions within you, nor, pour it out on others. Overcome it with laughter. Wonderful.
Yes.
Thank you. Thank you so much for that beautiful answer, ma'am. Thanks a lot. Dear ma'am, you are an inspiration to many of us, to your students, and to many of us across the world. By the way, we would like to know who is your inspiration or who is your role model.
I absolutely adore Sadhguru. And this is your Indian guru. And I absolutely love him. He's inspiration to me. He's so conscious, he's so wise, and he's been teaching thousands, millions of people with his amazing teachings. And I follow him. So I learn from him, and he speaks on so many topics. So if someone of our listeners doesn't know him yet, I really recommend. You can find so many videos of him on YouTube. Also his book and his course in engineering, absolutely fantastic, will change your perception of how you see yourself, how you see the world. So Sadhguru is really inspiration to me.
Wonderful, ma'am. Very nice. That's beautiful. In fact, really, Sadhguru has a lot to offer to the world. He's been offering so much, so many beautiful thoughts and views, and shown us a way of life. And that's really very nice. He's really an inspiration. Yes, dear. Dear ma'am, do you read a lot of books? And if so, which is your favorite book?
Wow, I love to read self-development books. And my favorite book it's a very small book, and it's called Alchemist. I'm sure many of our listeners probably read it. It's about this person who was seeking treasure on the other side of the world, yeah. And I won't reveal the ending, but it was just so beautifully written. So I absolutely love this book. So I love reading self-development books. Brian Weiss, Michael Newton, also Dalai Lama, all about happiness, inner joy. So this is what I absolutely love.
Wonderful. Focusing on inner joy is really the need of the hour, my dear friends. Our guest focuses on inner joy for herself, for you all out there, and for everyone here. My dear friends, this is what we need to work on, the inner self. And here is our guest today, training us on, focusing on the inner you. That's really very nice. Dear ma'am, how were you as a little kid? How was little Irina? Was she mischievous, naughty, shy, obedient? Who was that little girl?
I remember myself as a very joyful child. So I remember being this really joyful, always smiling and laughing. And when I look at my pictures now, even it's like mostly all these laughing pictures. And I love to be outside. I loved to communicate with people, yes, but I also always felt comfortable with myself. So I never needed like really to be in amongst all the friends, not necessarily. I felt good with friends. I felt good by myself. I could entertain myself with drawing, with some creations, being outside. So I really loved to spend time in nature. I've spent lots of time in nature. And I always had these big dreams and to see the world. And I'm glad that I was brave enough to go out into the world. And here I am in South Africa today.
Wonderful, wonderful, ma'am. That's really nice. Your childhood dreams have been fulfilled. You're traveling across the world. Yes, you spent a lot of time in nature.
Absolutely. Yes, absolutely. Yes, absolutely. And I loved already as a child to help people, and maybe sometimes even give advice, like to be a shoulder to my friends. And I think this is something what I'm realizing now, helping people. And yes, so it's really wonderful.
Wonderful, dear. Very nice. Thanks for sharing, ma'am. Dear ma'am, how would you like to be remembered in this world? How should people remember Irina and why?
Well, I think like they say, we are born with nothing and we are going to die with nothing. And that is why it is very important to leave some trace after you when you leave. So for me, it's also very important. And of course, I want to be remembered as a person who spread the joy and kindness and laughter and smiles into this world. Whoever came in touch with me, that they can always say, my life has become a little bit better after I've communicated with Irina. And it's not out coming not from my ego or pride or anything like this. It's like really I sincerely wish that when I pass on, I leave this world a little bit a better place because I lived in this world. So this is important to me. That's why I love always to organize different projects. Like now I'm launching a laughter slimness marathon because I know people will benefit from it. And it's like something like to really create this bright, colorful life.
Ma'am, bright, colorful life and really create that impact. You're born into this world, you want to give back something and go, right? That's really nice. Leave the world a better
Absolutely.
place in a better way.
Absolutely.
Beautiful, wonderful, ma'am. That's a beautiful thought. Dear ma'am, do you watch movies?
I like to watch movies which are very inspirational, that are teaching us something about the kindness, good heart, about being noble. Yeah, so I love this type of movies.
Any movie to name, any particular movie that you'd like to mention today?
For instance, recently I watched a movie. It's called Father Stew. And I really recommend it to watch for people. It's a true life story about a man who couldn't find himself, and he was doing boxing, and he was just and smoking and drinking, and then one day he decided to be a Hollywood star, and that didn't work out, and at some point he decided to be a priest. And can you believe it? He's become one, and it's a beautiful story, absolutely amazing. Then there is another movie, it's called My Name is Khan. I also recommend it. It happened during this time of this 11th of September in America when the towers were shot, and it's about a man who was a Muslim, but he married an Indian girl who was Christian, and how the story works for them, how all this racism came into place when that happened, and how he coped with this, and how he went all the way to greet the president and just to tell him that, yes, I'm a Muslim, but I'm not a terrorist. And it was so beautiful. When I speak to you about it now, I even have goosebumps. It's because we're all people, and we have kindness in us, and to differentiate people by race, etc., that is just not right. And that movie just showed this clear picture of beautiful human beings. So movies like this I love.
Wonderful, wonderful. That's really very nice for sharing all those beautiful movies with us. Definitely by the weekend, I'll catch up on both of these movies and I will watch them. Yes, dear. Thank you for your sharing. Thank you, dear. Dear ma'am, do you take up some time for yourself, some holidays? When you get holidays, where do you plan to go? Your favorite holiday destination?
Well, with two children now, one being 7-year-old and one is 10 months old. So we haven't really actually gone on like far holiday, but I love Europe. I love Europe. This is where my husband and I spent some time together during our student times, where we traveled to Paris and Amsterdam and Switzerland, all these beautiful places. But I would also love to go to India because of this beautiful well, your churches, well, your temples, and just to go to all these holy places, get this beautiful culture. So that is also my dream. I have actually opportunity to go in March, but I think maybe it's a bit too early to leave my by then my daughter will be 1 year old, but I think it still might be too early, but maybe then definitely in 1 year I will go to India as well.
How sweet. So nice. Welcome, ma'am, to the beautiful country, India. It's really a great country and you're welcome. I guess when you visit India, you could also meet Sadhguru, I guess.
Oh, it will be my dream.
Yes, dear. That would really be nice. So welcome with
Yes.
open arms to India. And ma'am, we go to the
Thank you
next
so
question.
much.
That's really very nice. You'd like to share something else? Yes, dear. That's really nice. Dear ma'am, what is that one thing that you like in yourself? This is Irina, and this is my USP. This is the special core quality within me. What is that you've identified within yourself and you love yourself because you are that?
Yes. Well, I have, I would say, lots of strength in myself. Despite the fact that I am a woman and I try to be, and I think I am very tender and feminine as well, but at the same time, I'm very, very strong. So like I said, I'm very strong. I've got this core inside of me. I feel like I can move mountains, but at the same time, I am still being a feminine woman, and I'm also very brave. I can take risks, and that helped me to move on in my life quite far, because when I was 20 years old, I decided to go to Germany, and I applied very quickly for our pair position. So I went to Germany with just $100 in my pocket, and I managed, and I learned German, and I studied there. And yes, and then the same way I went to South Africa, when I also said, okay, now it's time to learn English, and I was brave, I took risks, and I just went with this. You know, my motto in life is, I do it now, and how I'm gonna do it, I will figure out tomorrow. And I think this is very unique quality. Well, I am happy to have this quality because it helps me to just reach maybe a little bit more than someone who struggles to be so brave.
Wonderful, wonderful. I really can see that you're really a great mom, a great human being, and of course, a great laughter yoga therapist, a great healer. That's really nice. To be brave, to explore the world, to wanting to know more. That's all about our celebrity. And you should be brave like her. And I too should be brave like her to take up all the challenges. Yes, dear friends. Dear ma'am, what if you win a big lottery, a big jackpot? What are you going to do?
Well, I've got some projects in mind, and that is why I'm also currently developing in the Association of Intellect Trainers, where we combine the self-development with a monetary reward. And my plan is, and with a lot of winnings that will help, of course, I want to build a big center. Well, in South Africa, we've got orphanage homes, but it's still not enough. So I want to build one which can, in the beginning, accommodate at least 200 children. And for these children, I want to have this special programs where we have this laughter, where there is lots of creativity, where children are really engaged in this games, and they understand the joy of life. And that center must also be for moms who are pregnant but maybe worried about the child to come, because maybe they don't have a husband and they're not sure how they're going to bring this child into the world. So that can also be a support for them to come into the center and to make them realize that if the baby is on its way, then God will definitely provide for this baby, and just support also the mom. So to create this beautiful space for those who really need support.
So sweet of you, ma'am. How kind and compassionate you are to think about everybody, including those young moms who are, they may be in that phase, like they are in a chaotic mood, or maybe in that chaotic space, not knowing what to do next if they are single moms, and you would want to create a beautiful space for them. That's really
Exactly. Yes, yes, yes.
there is really somebody out there who's going to take care of us, to guide us on the right track. There is some shelter, some guidance. Wonderful. I really love the concept. And we wish that you really win a big lottery, a big jackpot. Yes, dear. Yes, ma'am. Same to you, dear. That's really nice. Dear ma'am, do you have any thought, or have you ever thought of, at one point of time, I'd like to retire, I'd like to relax, or would you like to continue working till the last breath?
I think, well, the time will show, of course, but with what I do, I think there will be really no need to retire. If I can continue inspiring people, even if I'm in this retirement age, but I'm energetic, I'm healthy, and I can still do something for people to inspire them as well, I'm sure I will want to continue. Yes. So I think in my profession that I do, the more I teach people to be joyful, energetic, happy, the more energy also comes and happiness to me. Because the more we give, the more we receive. This is just a universal law. And in this profession, it's actually it's my biggest pleasure to do what I do. And that is why I think that I will most probably only retire when I'm 80. Yes, and I'm sure also staying healthy. Well, mental health plays a big role in our physical health. That's why I believe that if I stay in this positive energies, that yes, I can stay healthy for very long.
Yes, dear. That's really very nice. Dear ma'am, when you were in school or when you were in college, were you interested in sports and games?
Yes, I was very athletic. However, I wasn't really a part of professional team like maybe netball or some similar team games, but team sport. But I was very good at sport, running, jumping. Despite my very short height, 1 meter 58, I could jump very far and very high. Also swimming, I loved swimming and aerobics. And I always thought that staying physically active is very important. I'm trying that now as well. It's a good balance between spiritual self-development and physical, because we are born in material world. We have this body. We need to make sure to exercise. But if it comes to watching the sport, I'm not like the biggest fan, because I understand, okay, it's them who are very professional and they're making their success. If I'm not there competing in the Olympics, then maybe my strength in something else. So I will spend this time on doing my thing. But as it comes to physical health, then it's just important to keep myself active. And at the moment, I do some running and I do some swimming sometimes. So that is important to me.
Yes, dear friends, we are going with the next question for our special guest, our celebrity for today on the International Fab Talks, Miss Irina. Let's ask her, our guest, what is the change that she would like to bring in the world? Ma'am, over to you, ma'am. What is that beautiful change you would like to see in the world and bring about a beautiful change too? Yes, dear.
Yeah. Fantastic. I love this question. I think it's very important for all of us to realize that to change this world, we need to change ourselves. And the change that I want to bring is first become a better version of myself. And with my self-development every day, I'm sure that I can have an effect on other people, on the world, and being also an example. And the change that I eventually want to see in the world, that people become more aware, more conscious, that they live their life to their full potential, that they understand the meaning of why they're here. There is a big difference between us human beings who's got this consciousness and, let's say, animals. So we are here with a special purpose to give something, and not just live day by day life in a set routine, but really become better every day, and every day maybe make at least one person happy, even if it's just with a smile. And so this is the change that I want eventually to see in the world, that people unite and understand that we are here to spread love and kindness and joy, and make this world a better place.
Beautiful. That's hats off to you. Wonderful. Hats off to this beautiful answer, to create a better world. And especially before that, to heal yourself first, to see the better version of yourself, and then create that beautiful space for others. Wonderful.
Absolutely.
Even if it is a little smile, you're making somebody's day. Yes?
Yeah, absolutely.
That's really nice. Thank you so much, ma'am, for that beautiful answer. Much appreciated. Thank you. Dear ma'am, the next question here comes up like this. What is the difference between smart work and hard work, according to you?
Yeah. Well, according to me, I think it's also this ratio that they talk about, 20-80, yes? Some people put 80% effort and get 20% result. But to work smart is to put 20% effort and get 80% result. So that I would define as a difference between smart and hard. And yes, and I think if one really finds something to do, what really inspires him or her, what comes from the heart, that comes naturally, then this walk will never be a hard work. It will never be considered. So now my little one is joining us. So then it will be a smart work, because like even with me now, I can do my trainings 9 o'clock in the evening until 10 o'clock in the evening, but I'm not even tired. At the end of the session, I'm happier than before. And that I call smart work.
Yes, dear. And you have your baby with you, taking care of your baby, and as well as being a professional, you are really doing smart work. That's really beautiful. That's really nice. You're a beautiful mom, and of course, a beautiful human being. That's really nice.
Thank you, beautiful Crystal.
Yes, dear. Dear ma'am, what brings a smile to your face often? We see you smiling and creating laughter around you. When do you often smile?
Well, now being a mom of these two beautiful daughters, they of course make me smile. And and if my older one, if she wants to play games and wants to be busy, and in the meantime I still have to do something, but then I look at her and I just think, wow, this is just this moment that I must enjoy and just be a child with her, and then I smile and we can laugh together. And this is really for me now a beautiful time in my life, being a mother, seeing my children developing and smiling, and that brings smile to my face.
Yes, dear. Being a mother is really a unique gift from the Lord. And spending time with them, looking at them, playing with them, seeing their smile automatically brings a smile on our face. That's really nice.
Yes.
Yes, dear. Dear ma'am, any weakness for sweets, chocolates, and ice creams?
Yes, I actually developed some weakness for sweets during my pregnancy. I don't know what happened, but like I mentioned before, I have this strength in me. It's incredibly powerful. I can from today to tomorrow decide, okay, no sweets, but I just need to make this decision. And I'm actually planning to do so in this Laughter Slimness Marathon that I'm starting on 1st of November, that I will tell myself, okay, I'm developing a new habit, no more sweets, well, at least limited, but yes, but at least for 21 days, there will be definitely no sweets. And yes, I think it's in our power always to get rid very easily of any this type of bad habits, weaknesses.
Yes.
Yes, with a will, we must just each of us discover this willpower inside of us and understand, okay, if it's not good for my body, for me, then I must easily get rid of it.
Yes, dear. Yes, ma'am. Even I'm unable to control that weakness. If I see an ice cream, I would like to eat it. Even if somebody else is eating it, I feel like maybe I'll have a bite, maybe. I feel like that.
Yes, that's how I also feel. Yes, but I decided, okay, from 1st of November, actually 28th of October already, definitely for 21 days, no sweets, and afterwards I will see. Yeah.
Yes, ma'am. Dear ma'am, from where do you derive your strength? See, you are balancing the interview. You're balancing your little baby in your arms. You're balancing a profession. How do you derive your strength? And from where?
Yeah, well, I think it's my desire to become better every day. And I also do understand that with me being a happy mom and constantly engaging in self-development, my children are seeing a good example. Plus, my children getting this energy from me, and that I see on them because they're hardly ever sick and they're happy, and that motivates me. And also, I do believe that a woman who always engages in certain self-development practices, she does good for the whole family, even for generations to come. And that also motivates me and inspires me that I do something good for the entire family tree. And yes, and when I started this Universal Healing Tao, I still had a full-time job. I had 40 hours a week job, and nonetheless, I said to myself, I want to create a better life for me, for my family. And I went on with these practices. It is a 1 hour meditation in the morning, half an hour meditation in the evening, plus some self-development books and webinars that I had to do daily. But actually, it gave me the energy, all of this, that I managed everything very well, what else needed to be done.
Yes.
And early wake ups, definitely early wakes up. I wake up always at 5 o'clock in the morning, and the best time is to wake up before 6, because if we wake up after 6, we're developing this habit of laziness. So anything before 6, this is this time that's really the one can create and be busy and active. So early wake ups are important, rather not to go to sleep after 10:30, latest 11, and then rather wake up between 4 and 5. That's what I absolutely love doing.
Yes, dear. Yes, dear friends, we'll go on with the next question. We really love our special guest and her little baby. They both are cute. And we go on with our next question. Dear ma'am, as you've shared your strength, you've shared your weakness, you've shared your smile with us, is there anything that scares you? Are you afraid of something? Or is there anything that creates a fear within you?
Yes, well, I think my biggest fear is the world full of ignorant people. And I think this is why I do what I do. This ignorance, when people forget that we are here only temporary, and we are not here to only run after materialistic goals at the costs of nature, at the costs of suffering of other human beings, and seeing this, that someone can be so ignorant to actually ignore the fact that we're here to bring something good into the world, and seeing the forest to be cut down, seeing the pollution in the ocean, seeing the garbage thrown out of the window in the car on the road, that really scares me. And that is why I'm so passionate about doing something about it. And I think the reason of all of this is obviously humans' awareness, humans' consciousness. And that is why I'm so inspired to motivate people for self-development, so that everyone brings their part, beautiful contribution into our world.
Yes, dear friends, we go on with the next part of this session. Dear ma'am, do you ever get angry? We've seen you always smiling, full of laughter, full of positive energy. I doubt you ever get angry. Do you?
I think this can be also one of the weaknesses. I think we all human beings, we have our moments, but it's important how we deal with this. And of course, anger is one of the emotions that many of us experience, and I do as well. But I quickly catch myself on that, and then I try to put a smile on my face, or I laugh it out. And then, like I said, I use also a technique. It's called 6 healing sounds. 6 healing sounds is the Tao practice, where I transform all the negative emotions into positive. And anger will be transformed into forgiveness, and yes, so that is what I do every evening. Yes, I do get sometimes like upset, but then immediately that's the important moment. I catch myself, I'm being conscious, I'm being aware, and I realize, okay, this is not the emotion that is gonna serve me. I need to do something about it right now. And yes, and I get myself back into a normal state, so not to stay angry. So the best what we can do is go to sleep angry because then this emotion will go deep into our subconscious, and then it will be difficult to completely get rid of it. Yeah.
Yes, dear, that's really nice. Ma'am, maybe know your favorite color.
Oh, I keep on changing a little bit my colors. But right now, my favorite color is pink. I think it's so bright. It is so friendly. It's for me, I describe it as joy, as celebration, as it's a beautiful color for a woman as well. So I love pink.
That's really nice. It's a soft color and it gives a lot of
Yes.
positivity. Yes, ma'am.
Absolutely, yes.
When you were in school, what was your favorite subject?
Oh, believe it or not, it was maths. I absolutely loved maths. I was very good in algebra, one of the best. And I loved all the multiplications to solve these algebra problems with different ways. And yes, I really loved maths. And I think maybe that's why I later chose this route to be an accountant, later commercial manager. I'm still very good in accounting, and yes, but eventually some other strength and talents opened in me to help humans, to spread joy, to open up joy and happiness in them. So that is what inspires me now more than accounting.
Yes, dear. Creating a positive world, creating a lot of happiness, that healing the world. The ultimate goal of our life is to heal the world before we leave it. And that is what you are doing and practicing, my dear friend. That's really very nice. So you're a lovely mother. At the same time, you're a lovely human being wanting to share that pure joy of laughter, of happiness amongst all of us. That's really very nice.
Exactly.
Ma'am, any quote or any proverb you remember? Like you would like to share a proverb, a quote with us?
Oh, yes. Nelson Mandela said that it seems to be impossible until it's done. I think this is a very important quote. And Nelson Mandela was a very inspiring person, not only in South Africa, but for the whole world. And another quote I like is that the secret of your success is in your daily routine. And with this, I want to encourage everyone who is going to listen to this talk that to observe and analyze your daily routine and see what is it that you can change, just a small change in your daily routine that can bring absolutely different results. Be it waking up a bit earlier, be it drinking more water, getting rid of some small habits that are not serving you, but just changing something, even to take a different road to your work, can already bring a change in your life. So that's why I think this quote is very important to me, that the success is in your daily routine.
Super. Success in your daily routine, my dear friends. This is what our guest shares with us. She's having a beautiful baby in her arms and taking care of the lovely child. And at the same time, continuing with the interview, this is the mark of a strong mother. To care for the family, to care for her profession, to care for her growth, and of course, for the welfare of others as well. This is a beautiful example of a mother who is out there to shine in the world and to be a beautiful role model for all of us. Yes, my dear friends. Dear ma'am, your proudest accomplishment till date. You've been achieving so many things in your life. Till today, what do you feel most proud of?
What I feel proud of, and yes, like you said, I really have done a lot, moving from Russia to Germany, having a great position that I had now here in South Africa. But I think my greatest achievement that I'm proud of myself, that in my family, eventually I've noticed, okay, there must be a balance. Who is a man, who is a woman in the family? So that I started to concentrate on my female roles, on motherhood roles, on something that is important for a woman, to actually spread light and love and kindness, and not to be this crazy career orientated. and and that was important for me, important to recognize this, that yes, I'm a woman, and I have different responsibilities.
Yes. Yes, that's really so sweet of you to take care of the little baby. That's really nice, ma'am.
Yes, so just to conclude on this question, I'm proud that at some point I've realized what my roles are in a marriage, in my role as a woman in this world, and that I balanced it in such a way that also my husband has started to become more successful in this job, because we were not competing anymore. So when I realized, okay, I have to concentrate rather on being a supportive wife, a mother of our children, and of course, in this profession, to actually spread the love and joy and happiness and inspire other people to become happier and for self-development. And this is something that I really want to do, continue doing. And yes, so I'm proud of this.
Dear ma'am, do you love pets? Do you have a pet at home?
Yes, I love pets, and I have a dog. I've got a Jack Russell, so he keeps us very busy. He's already 14 years old.
Oh, great. That's really nice. What's its name?
Rocky.
Rocky is his name. That's great.
Yes.
Dear ma'am, I have a cup in my hand. How do you look at this cup? Is it half empty, half full, or is it filled to the brim? Or is it overflowing?
Oh, let's say overflowing. I always look at the things in an optimistic way, of course, and with a gratitude. Yes, there is a story behind it, when two men were in the desert and asked for water, and God gave them half a glass, and one said, wow, but it is half empty, and another one said, oh, it is half full. And that's how we see life. Yes, we need to learn to take everything with a gratitude, and to be grateful for what we receive, and then we shall receive even more.
Wonderful. That's so nice to give a beautiful example. That's really very nice. Thank you. Thank you. Yes, dear ma'am. Dear ma'am, we come with the next question up for you here. How many languages are you able to speak? Apart from English?
Yes, apart from English, obviously I come from Russia. I speak Russian and I speak German fluently. Yeah, so 3 languages in total, but I also do speak a little bit Afrikaans. I understand quite a lot of Afrikaans. This is my husband's mother language.
Great, that's nice.
So you can say 3.5.
3.5. Would you mind singing for us in any one of these languages? It could be a lullaby too. It could be a lullaby too.
Yes. I can sing a children's song in Russian. It's Antoshka, Antoshka, пойдем копать картошку. Antoshka, Antoshka, пойдем копать картошку.
Wonderful, wonderful. Very nice. That's so sweet. Excellent, ma'am. Dear ma'am, how do you look at this question? Are you a great listener, a great speaker, or both of these?
Well, I think I'm still more greater speaker than listener. I know that I have to improve on it, and I'm very open to share all my weaknesses. And I think it's very important to be a good listener as well. So I'm concentrating on this, and I'm busy working on myself. to improve myself. And yes, so that eventually I get to this perfect balance.
Wonderful. But I guess you're a great listener too. You're a
Yes,
wonderful
I
listener
try my
because I hear
best.
you. You picked up your baby, you heard the baby's cry, you picked up the baby, you pacified the child, and you brought the baby along with you. That shows you're a very strong mother, a great listener, and a great speaker as well. That's
Thank
wonderful.
you so much.
Yes, dear. Dear ma'am, if the Almighty or the universe offered you a superpower, what would be that superpower which you would want to ask from them, from the Lord or from the universe? Which one would you select? I would put it in that way.
You know, my daughter, being that age, she also tells me she wants to have superpowers like Elsa with frozen magic. And I keep on telling her, you already have superpower. You've got a big heart that you share your love with people. And she tells me, no, but it's not a superpower. And if I think about it, I don't think I want to have some magical superpower. I would really maybe ask for that superpower that I can touch people's hearts, that when I touch them with my hand, that they come to their original self, they're happy and joyful, open their hearts. But because I don't have this superpower literally, so I'm trying my best to touch people's hearts with what I speak, with what I do, with my trainings, with my talks. And yeah, so this is my superpower.
Wonderful. Very nice. I really like the way you put that. Although I don't have it literally in my hands, but yes, I'm inspiring the world. I have that superpower within me. I'm a super mom, a super trainer, a super healer, a superhuman being who is going to help the world with her smile, laughter, with her talk, with her experience and wisdom. Great, ma'am. We
Yes,
really love you for
yes.
who you are. That's really nice. Wonderful, dear. Dear ma'am, would you like to enlighten our audience on any two of the red flags? Any two red flags in life? You have to stay safe. These are the red flags in life. Any two, very briefly.
Mm-hmm. If I understand this question correctly, the red flags in life for me, so now Anya is getting a little bit tired. If in life you have a human being now has got suddenly, let's say, money problems, then starting relationship problems, then health problems, that must be big red flags that this person is doing something wrong, not on the right path in life. Because if you yes, so those are all the red flags. If in life we have this kind of problems, health problems, money, relationships, so this is serious red flags. So then we really need to look at how we think, what we feel, what we do, that because something goes wrong. Yes.
Yes, ma'am. Do you think mental health is being prioritized across the world? Is it getting the sufficient mileage that it requires? It needs to be given. Are we all doing the right thing when it is concerned with mental health?
I think mental health still doesn't get the required attention in the world. It's being neglected. And I definitely feel that we need to pay more attention to it because everything starts with mental. If I'm depressed, if I am in a state of apathy in the morning, I will not wake up early enough. I will not go for my run. So I'm going to start neglecting my physical health. That is why I see it that mental health comes first, and then the rest will just follow. And I really wish that in the companies, in the work environments, in the families, so we need to pay more attention to mental health. Absolutely.
Yes, dear. Very true. Very true. What you say is really very true. If there is no mental health, there is even no physical health also. So you have to take care of your mental health as well as your physical health. That's what our celebrity, Dr. Irina, shares with us. Dear ma'am, any two changes that you visualize in the next 50 years, from this very moment until the next 50 years, any two changes which you think could be there in the world?
I am a person who sees the cup half full or full, yeah, even if it's a little water. And I'm very optimistic. And I think we are currently at the stage of life where shifts are happening, shifts in humans' consciousness. There are so many changes that I think in 50 years we will have more and more people coming up with different projects which improve lives in the world, with lots of new ideas where we are going to concentrate on not more on technical, not more on all this material, but rather on us human beings. So I really believe this change will happen in 50 years. And yes, and so that also in schools, I believe that in schools there will be introduced more subjects on human relationships, on happiness, on how to emotional intellect even, because this is very, very important.
Wonderful, ma'am. I see you the first celebrity on my platform over here on the International Fabtalks who's not bringing technology into the industry in the next 50 years. I see a great touch of humanity, human bonding, human relationships. I really love that because all the celebrities who I've been interviewing so far, they've said, yes, technology will be there. Technology is there. It will be more advanced. But here I see you concentrating positively on human relationships, on human bonding. Yes, that's really wonderful.
Yes, yeah, I think this is more important. Absolutely. The amount of information that we receive nowadays in one day, 150 years ago, people had to live their whole life to get so much information. and that is where we lost this human touch. And I believe that we will regain it again. Yeah.
Yes, that's really nice. Thank you, ma'am, for sharing. Ma'am, there's another question here. If we give you a time machine and you click a button, you're supposed to click one of the buttons on the time machine that takes you into the past. And when you go into the past, you have to live somebody's life. That is, relive somebody else's life. Whose life you would want to relive?
Well, it's difficult because I really want to say that I want to be me only and I love being myself. But if I had to be someone else and go back or at least meet this person or even if be this person, I am very inspired by Mahatma Gandhi. I think he had such a powerful strength in him with a peace, with a kindness, change the world, not with the weapons, not with the anger or weapons, but actually conclude peace in India, in the world, through his human touch, through this kindness, through this biggest heart that he had. And just looking at the picture of him, it pacifies me. He's got such a calm, peaceful face expression, and I'm very inspired by this man.
Great, wonderful, man. Actually, it's non-violence. Now, he won the world and he won the war for India on the terms of non-violence. And that is the beauty of being a great leader.
Exactly, absolutely. It is so inspiring. And that is what teaches us that violence not the way to go. We can, in the current times that we live in, just with cooperation, with agreements, reach the peaceful ending for whatever conflicts.
Yes, dear ma'am, do you have anything to share about constructive criticism?
Constructive criticism, I think it's good. When we are being constructively criticized, this is something for our own benefit. I think I like even to more to receive it than to give it. I still have to practice. Sometimes I might be scared to hurt people's feelings, but it is also very important both ways, to receive it and to give it. And always realize that, okay, drop your ego, just listen to constructive criticism. It's for your own benefit to improve yourself. And that's why I think it's good to go.
Yes, dear friends, we ask the next question. Dear ma'am, do you forgive others easily? Yes or no?
Oh, yes, yes. Very easily. And in the first place, I think forgiveness, obviously, you have to get upset first, yeah, and then forgive. And I think when we say, I forgive you, this term of I forgive you already kind of puts you above this person, that now you have to give this forgiveness. But why? Just only because it didn't go according to what you wanted, or why? Because everyone has got their right for their own choices. And as for me, I think in the first place, the one should rather not even get upset and just accept the free will of another person, and understand that every human being interacting with you is hands of God, and this is for your own benefit, whatever this other opponent does towards you. And that's why yes, for me, like, I never go to sleep being upset with someone.
That's really nice. Because you have this laughter aura around you, healing aura around you, and I'm sure you would just, go with that peaceful atmosphere around you, go with lots of peace and harmony to bed, wake up with peace, share it around you. And you say that I never like to go to bed with that, negative feeling in my heart. I haven't forgiven somebody. So I rather forgive somebody and go to bed in peace. That's nice. That's really nice.
Absolutely, yes.
Yes, dear. Dear ma'am, on the scale of 1 to 10, how would you rate yourself with regard to forgiving others?
Well, yes, forgiving others, if it's like it's like 0, yeah, or if it goes other way around. So yes, I easily, yes, forgive. That's not my right to be upset with someone so much that I have to forgive. Yeah, yeah. So it's non-existent.
8 out of 10. Is that okay?
Easily, if 10 is easily forgiving, then it's 10.
Oh, great. That's really nice. Wonderful. Wonderful. Dear ma'am, now we have a small round called as the rapid fire round. It will just take 5 minutes. And I thank you for having all the patience right through the start of the interview till now. Thank you so much for being a lovely mom, holding your little baby with you. Give her all the care and attention. And at the same time, you're with us. We really appreciate your patience as a mother, as a good human being. That's really nice. Just 5 more minutes and we end the session. Ma'am, here it's called as the rapid fire round, where you just have to answer in 1 word or 2 words. Yes, dear,
Okay.
you have to just select. My dear friends, we go on the rapid fire round with our special guest. She is Miss Irina, all the way from Russia. Currently, she is in South Africa, and she's a beautiful mom and a beautiful human being. Let's get to know her likes and dislikes. Dear ma'am, chocolates, cakes, or ice creams? Anyone?
Chocolates.
Summer, winter, rainy season?
Summer.
Land, water, or air travels?
Just repeat it again.
You like to travel by land, water, or air?
Air.
Love to stay in a city, a village, or a small town?
Small town.
When you help others, do you expect something in return?
No.
The idea of a beautiful day, a perfect day in just 1 word?
Sunny. That comes to my mind.
Yes, dear. Ma'am, are you a good cook?
Yes.
The name of your favorite recipe?
So many come to my mind. It's a vegan lasagna.
Oh, great. That's really nice. The name of your favorite teacher?
At the moment, it's my mentor. It's Zoya Laricheva.
Update. Dear ma'am, would you love to spend some time on a beach or in a forest?
I love both, but let's say forest.
Forest. You like salty, sweet, or spicy food?
Spicy.
Great. Is it money, happiness, or both?
Both.
Are you an introvert, an extrovert, or an ambivert?
Extrovert.
When you are alone, all to yourself, you're connected to your thoughts. Where do your thoughts take you? Into the past or into the future, or are you in the present connected?
Definitely not the past. Let's say between future and present, but I do my best to stay in present.
Great. Love socializing or me time?
Me time.
Great, wonderful. You're a thinker, doer, or both?
Doer.
Street smart, book smart? When I say
Street smart.
it's like experiences, the experiences in life.
Yeah, so that experiences, street smart.
Street smart. Fresh salads or fried food?
Fresh.
Early bird, night owl?
Early bird.
Yes, I got that answer quite early during the interview session. That's right. Home cooked food or food ordered from outside?
Home cooked food.
You love to sing or dance or both?
Dance.
Great, wonderful. Russian dance? Is it?
Also, yes.
Oh, great. That's nice. You love to walk, ride a two-wheeler or a four-wheeler?
Walk.
Wonderful, wonderful, ma'am. That's really very nice. One last question and we end the session, ma'am. That's really very nice of you for sharing your time with us. Dear friends, we have one last question. As we all know the three magical words, please, sorry, and thank you. And today we request our special guest, Miss Irina, to give us three magical words so that we may follow those beautiful words in our life and continue to be happy and create positivity. Yes, ma'am, over to you. For three positive words. Yes, dear.
Thank you so much.
Please, sorry, and thank you. You can share like love, resilience from your side, whatever you feel.
Do you mean that for each word I have to say something, or
just you have to mention three words, ma'am? Just like how we have please, sorry, and thank you. They are magical words passed on from one generation to another. You just have to add three more magical words. Like you could say love is a magical word.
Kindness. So my three magical words. Yes. Well, you did say thank you already, but maybe I can just put a synonym to it. Is the gratitude.
Great.
Gratitude, faith, kindness.
Great. Gratitude, faith, and kindness. Wonderful.
Yes.
Ma'am, thank you for being such a lovely guest, ma'am. A lovely celebrity today. So patient, so humble. And we learn the qualities of a mother from you. You're holding your lovely little baby in your arms, giving her all the attention and care, at the same time attending the interview, giving out your best to the world and to your family. You're really an icon, a lovely mother.
Thank you so much, beautiful Crystal. Thank you. You were amazing. Thank you for all this awesome questions. And it was lovely to be here. And yes, see, Anya fell asleep. So that was also very pacifying and peaceful for her. And it was my honor and pleasure to be here, to be invited and to share my insights with all of you. Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you very much for being with us. We will not take much of your time. With this, we'll end the session. Thank you so much, dear. God bless you. My dear friends, we had a lovely guest where we could learn so many things from her. We'll invite our guest once more. Thanks, ma'am, for your time and stay blessed.
Thank you.
Dear friends, with this, we sign off from the International Fab Talk Show. We'll meet you soon again with yet another celebrity. But of course, our celebrity today, a great mom and a great human being, spreading love and spreading healing. the message of healing and love. Thank you, ma'am, so much. Take care.
Thank you.